Hey everyone, thank you for joining us for the Call Me Natty podcast. We will be on YouTube for our video podcast, and we will also be on Spotify and Apple Podcasts as well. Thank you for joining us and enjoy the show.
Welcome back to the Call Me Natty podcast on episode number 5. Number 5. We've made it this far, and we're going to continue to go.
All right.
Yeah, that's some motivation right there. So just before we get started with the podcast today, I do want to say that I would like to do a giveaway. So Magnum's new pre-workout, Limitless, they just came out with it 2 weeks ago, I believe, and they have 3 flavors. They have Blue Raz, Fruit Punch, and Pink Lemonade. I have the Blue Raz and Pink Lemonade right here. And I want to give one away, so if you guys are interested and want to win one of these, we are going to select a random person from the comments on our YouTube page. So if you're listening on Spotify or Apple, you do have to go over to the YouTube page, but all you have to do, the only requirements to get you entered in this giveaway are like this video, subscribe to our channel, and leave a comment below of who you think has the best arms in the bodybuilding industry.
Because we're going to cover that later in the segment. Or in this episode.
Yeah, actually, that's going to lead us into our first segment.
Exactly.
Which is, in our opinion,
who do we think's got some of the best arms
in the open division? Is what we said, right?
I thought it was just bodybuilding in general.
Okay, so in bodybuilding, which is that's
now we're saying just
that is a big statement.
We're just saying who's got some of the best arms. We're not saying they're the best arms to ever touch the stage. I'm just saying. We're just picking. We had a chance to pick who we thought had really good arms, and we're gonna not necessarily go them head to head, but this is just gonna be my choice, and it's gonna be his choice, and we're gonna explain why, or give a good view of why with some nice photos that they have.
Yes.
So,
you go first.
So I decided to go. I decided to go with my man. That's definitely not him. Lee Priest.
Mr. Lee Priest.
Lee Priest. I think Lee Priest. Now, granted, Lee Priest is an old school bodybuilder. He's obviously retired now. He still looks good, though. I don't know if you've seen his updates lately, but he still looks pretty good.
But he still looks
and
good
a
as far
couple
as
of full-on body tattoos as well. But Lee Priest, in my opinion, has got to have some of the most crazy genetically produced, gifted, whatever you want to say it, arms.
Genetically produced.
Because what is he, 5? What's he, 5'6"?
I don't know. And you start throwing these heights out here, man. I don't know.
He's a smaller guy, but very compact. But he has got some of the craziest arm shapes and structure. Huge biceps. But even with him, his triceps are massive. And they look like small legs. Actually, they look like regular legs. I wouldn't even say small leg. Like this shot right here.
Big legs.
This shot right here. First off, this is the most 90s photo I think I've ever seen in my entire life.
Is, yeah.
He's got the nice Superman tattoo right on the delt.
Got the stringer tucked in.
And he's got the highlighted tips with the glasses on.
The icy tips.
He's looking good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going with Lee Priest. I mean, there's not very, especially at his, and I don't want to say, oh, it's his size or whatever. It's like, this guy is a genetic freak and a monster, or was a monster in bodybuilding back in the day. I mean, he gave a lot of people a run for their money, but his arms, he's got to have some of the best arms I've ever seen.
Yeah. Click on this picture right here. He has 3. He's doing like that one right there, yeah. Dude, look at that lat spread, dude. That is insane.
It looks like one solid shape.
Yeah, his like shoulder to waist ratio is incredible.
Well, he was one of the greatest.
Mm-hmm.
So Lee Priest, his weight was. Take a guess what his weight was.
165.
No, not even close. 225 to 235.
How tall is he?
He is 5'4".
Jesus Christ.
Hey, 5'4". Take all the weight that I am 235.
Dude, there's no
roughly.
There's no way he's 225 in this picture.
His
That had to be like off-season dirty bulk.
his athlete statistics.
Dude, I'm not buying it.
Maybe this is post. But see, he's 49 right now.
How tall did you say he was?
He's 5'4". He's 5'4". He could have shrunk a little bit. You never know. He could have shrunk a little bit. But he has got to be one of the craziest bodybuilders I've ever seen, especially his size. But yeah, his arms.
Oh, there's no way.
Legs. His arms are my legs. I would love to have his arms as my legs. He's just crazy.
Jesus.
But yeah, I'm gonna go with Lee Priest.
Lee
Priest,
Priest.
100%. And
right.
who you got?
I got Rolly Winkler, Mr. Rolly.
Ooh, Rolly.
There
Good
it
Lord. Oh my God.
Dude,
I'm gonna throw this photo up.
That is-
that doesn't look. Is that altered? Do you think?
possibly? Where to go to the?
I know
it
he's got
probably
some of the
is. It's
craziest.
probably a little Photoshop, but
Look at this thing.
okay. Oh,
I've seen this video so many times. Like we don't care about that. And then you see,
dude, that is insane.
bro's got a
I
whole
stand by what I
14-ounce.
said. Rolling Winkler has the best arms in the bodybuilding industry.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Look at this,
Dude.
That's gnarly.
Look, we know Phil Heath has good arms. He has good everything.
Yeah.
We're trying to.
We're going by body part.
Yes.
Or one body part for the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, we're gonna do
go-
different body parts.
Yeah, so we may do legs. We may do calves.
Next week will be glutes.
Gl-
Ian Valier. He won.
Ian Valier. Oh, good. We have got to bring up Ian Valier. I was actually wanting to put that as a segment.
Oh yeah, we'll bring him up
Coming up.
Don't worry.
I definitely got to get on my man Ian.
Ian's on the list. He's on the list.
How do you say his last name?
Valier.
Valier, not Valier.
It's Valier.
Valier.
Yeah,
Gosh, I'm butchering names.
He taught me that on YouTube.
He taught you that on YouTube.
Yeah, right there. Click that one. That is insane. Which, to be honest, I haven't seen Rolly in this good condition in years.
Yeah, he's definitely hit his. He already hit his
Oh
peak.
my God! Click on that one.
He already hit his peak, but man,
Jesus.
to be that, dude, I bet his skin is screaming.
He's just got. He's the only guy who's got stretch marks in his elbow from. Just
His what is it? The weenus? Is that what it's called? The extra skin back there.
he's just got.
We were
stretch
actually
marks.
talking about that the other day. It's like, you can squeeze this all you want, as hard as you want, and you won't feel it because there's no nerve receptors in there.
That is weird.
Interesting. Learn something
Fun
every day.
fact.
But yeah, so we got Rolly Winkler and we got Lee Priest for best arms.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Dude,
Just scroll down a little bit more. That's
there's actual state. No, that's not a state shot of him. Ooh, there it is.
there it is.
The Rolly eyes. His eyes look like they're about to burst out of his head. Dude, man, he's big. He's in what is he? He's in his 40s, right? There you go. Look at this. This looks altered. I don't care who you are. If you showed me this 100%, I'd say, oh, that's fake.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the contrast is through the roof on this one.
Oh, 100%. But
But I mean,
you can't. The thickness that dude. It doesn't look like. It looks like a small grapefruit. Actually, no. That looks like an extra large grapefruit is under his skin.
It's a watermelon in his arm.
And then he's got extension cords laid around it for his veins.
Oh man,
That's so crazy. But yeah, Lee Priest and Rolly Winkler. There you go. Let us know. Let us know in the comments who you think has got the best arms, and also for the giveaway.
Yep.
There you go.
Do it.
So, and jumping subjects, we are going straight over to
Mr. Dylan McKenna.
Dylan McKenna.
IFBB Pro.
He is a pro.
I
Men's
forget
physique.
that all the time. But
Yeah.
he is an IFBB Pro for men's physique. And
Play it.
yeah, sure.
4 or 5 months ago, I made a video stating that I was no longer going to compete again, no longer going to take a cycle again. I just started getting this itch again, like this competitive itch that I felt when I first started competing. So I just kind of wrote it off, and then, the itch just kind of started getting more and more and more. About a month ago, I just got to the point where I was like, you know what, like, I want to do a show. I want to get back to the stage. I want to see how well I can stack up in the world. So I decided that learning all the things that I have over the last year and a half about health, about steroids, about competing, I've learned so much more. So now I know how to be as healthy as possible while utilizing the steroids through diet, through staying leaner, through cardio, through blood testing. With all those things kind of culminating, I decided that it's worth it for me. Yeah, man, I just think I have some unfinished business on that stage. I really think that I can do some serious damage when I add the size I need to, and I'm gonna do it as, proper as I possibly can.
All right, so a little backstory on Mr. Dylan McKenna. About, I don't know the timing, but last year sometime, he said he's stopping steroids. He's not going to do any more PEDs. He's done competing for health reasons, because it's not healthy, and highly recommended no one do steroids or PEDs, which
we do not support, or we do not tell people to do those. No.
But, I was
stay natty.
Yeah, I was saying that he said that.
Yeah.
So we don't either, but I was saying that Dylan McKenna, he said all this stuff. Don't recommend it. It's not healthy, and he's right. But the thing is, you can't say all that and then be like, oh, I got to figure it out now.
I mean,
you haven't. You can, but it's just, it makes you look. You're losing credibility to your followers,
and
100%. And the thing is, I hate to say it, but I think one of the biggest reasons he's doing it is not because he thinks he can do damage on stage and he just got the itch for it. I think he started to see that people were losing interest in him because he's natural now. His physique doesn't look as good. He can't post these mind-blowing pictures, and people are losing interest in him, which means he's going to make less money because he's a coach. So he's starting to see that no one cares if you're natural or you're just some regular looking guy. If you don't do anything, you don't compete, people start to not care. You have to have something, and that was his thing. And now that he doesn't have it, people are losing interest.
I agree with that.
I did scroll down a little bit, and I saw where after his show, his likes and his engagement went down a little bit. I haven't looked much on his YouTube channel, but I'm sure it's the same there. And once you start, you can only post so many throwbacks before people are like, all right, this guy doesn't look.
I'm always, if we're doing research to get somebody or look at somebody's stuff, I'm like, wait, is this from?
Yeah. You start losing. You're like, do they even look like this anymore? Like, we gotta see some current updates, especially if you're a bodybuilder. And look, he says he's not doing it for business purposes, which is good, I guess. But he's just doing it because he got the itch. But it's like, hey, don't do this. Don't do. If I said, hey, I'm not taking pre-workout anymore because it's bad for you, and you shouldn't do it, and I'm done taking it, I'm done. You don't say, unless I feel like doing it again, then I'm going to do it. That's not just, I don't know. It's just like, if you're going to be done, be done.
I get what you're saying. It's, you're going back on what you said before. And there was the same case, I don't remember his name. He's all over TikTok. And
one of the Raw Gear guys?
Yeah, it's a couple of them that are beefing with them, and they're beefing with Anaka and some other crowd. I'm like, what is this, freaking middle school? Stop. I can't remember his name. He has a shaved head, or he had a mullet, and then he shaved his head, and he talked about how he was not doing anything, and then all of a sudden, less than 3 weeks later, he's like, actually, guys, I'm taking Tren, and then he expressed the negative side effects of this, and then he was talking about how, it's really not worth it. And then old D-Tren, I think I sent you, D-Tren.
Oh, yeah.
D-Tren was sent a video to him. I was like, well, yeah, you're only doing 250 milligrams a week. That ain't going to do nothing for you. You gotta bump those numbers up, buddy.
250.
But it was just when you have a thought, take a minute, process it, and then decide, hey, don't say it.
Yeah. Or especially posting it. It's that's a whole nother step to posting it on Instagram or Facebook or whatever.
And for the reason you said, it could also be to get more engagement. Not necessarily a controversial issue, but it's just whoa, this is,
Why do you think he made a video saying that I'm not going to take steroids anymore? Obviously for views. He made it, and then why do you?
Because you could just not.
You could just not say anything,
and then don't worry about it.
Yeah, I mean, you could say, "Hey, I'm not competing anymore," but it's YouTube. So
YouTube, hey, because here's the thing: a lot of these guys make a lot of money from YouTube, and it's one of their biggest. It's one of their biggest revenue streams.
Of course, you're going to click on it. Oh, he's not doing steroids anymore. I wonder why.
Well, yeah, what's he going to do? Is he okay? Is he? And we're not hating on the people who are fans of Dylan or any of these guys. No. I'm just saying.
I'm not even hating on Dylan. It's just like it's kind of when you straight up
you're wishy-washy.
Yeah, when you straight up contradict yourself, you're going to lose credibility, and which means less revenue.
Yeah, I get it, and I'm not saying that's a cover, but it is kind of like what you said. It's like, oh, he's got the itch now. It's like, yeah. Or you're just like, man, I look like doo-doo compared to what I used to. And the thing is, him naturally still looks better than 99% of the rest of the world.
Hey, I agree.
But, hey, like you said, body dysmorphia, we said this before the podcast started.
This is the dark side of bodybuilding. The day you see somewhat of gains or any progress whatsoever, you instantly form body dysmorphia, and and then this is even worse. It gets worse. There's like levels to body dysmorphia that I never even realized until it happened to me. So then you see your potential. You see that little sight. You see the light at the end of the tunnel of your potential when you start to lean down for a show, or when you do a show, or when your muscle gets to a certain point. You see that potential, and then
people hyping you up.
Yeah, and then everything less than that is just horrible. So like, this happens a lot with, like, especially I've noticed with pros. Like, I'm around a few pros and everything, but like, you just look at them and you're like, whoa, they look crazy, man. And then to them, they're like, I look like poop right now. I'm the same way. Like, people compliment me all the time, which I appreciate a lot, and it does help me a lot. But I'm like, God, I look horrible compared to what I know I can look like. So it's like, and then with bodybuilding and competing, and I'm sure athletes can relate to this too, is like, you go through these stages, and it's just like, you look in the mirror and you just hate how you look. It's like, there's so many different levels to body dysmorphia that it's not just if you're skinny or if you're fat, or it's like,
and that's what's crazy with him explaining that. That happens to literally anybody. Like you said, if you're fat, you just feel like, I hate the way I look. I don't like the way I feel. I'm always uncomfortable. I don't like that I can't do certain things, or blah blah blah.
Like, dude, how many times do you hear this? Just kind of going to a different route, but how many times do you hear this? Oh man, when I got married, I looked like this. What they're comparing themselves to is their potential. They know what they can look like, and they don't anymore. So it's the same exact thing with bodybuilding, and especially when you're on PEDs, because you take your body past a point to where you can't get naturally for most people, and especially someone like Dylan McKenna. He sees his potential. He got his pro card. He got his physique looking phenomenal, and he looks in the mirror at his natural body and is like,
still looks good, but not what it used to be.
I know what I can look like. So yeah, of course he would be getting the itch to compete again. So,
and I honestly, I'm glad he is. Yeah, I want to see him compete again.
I want to see him compete again.
If you don't follow Dylan, dude's got an insane physique.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, his I don't know if he's still with him, but his coach was Stephen Cow, and Stephen Cow is a great bodybuilder.
Yeah,
men's physique guy as well, an Olympian. But I mean, like, not the best picture right here, but it's like, look at the dude's lats, and his guy has a crazy tiny waist
to shoulder ratios, and insane.
Good arms, good shoulders. He's got the build to be a future Olympian, 100%.
100%, he can make it to Olympia.
But it's just one of those things of like, oh, steroids are bad, and it's like, yes, we are not advocating for steroids, but I really hope it's not one of those. I really hope he's truthful and honest and saying, like, hey, maybe he had some real actual health issues that we didn't know about.
Maybe, yeah.
And that's not for him to disclose to anybody. It's like, that's your own business.
Your own business, yeah.
But hopefully it's not one of those.
It's just like, if you're going to open up like that, just go ahead and be all the way truthful and not halfway. Like,
I mean, we already know transparency is not big in bodybuilding.
well, actually, now it's a lot more common.
But that's the thin line of like
Yeah.
who's actually being transparent and not just, hey, buy my supplement,
Halfway.
blah blah blah.
Yeah.
It's like there's so much of that, and then there's the people who are actually transparent or who are being truthful or don't BS around, and you can see it by what they post and how they are.
Honestly, I just thought about this. What if Dylan McKenna was doing this to see if he could actually bring in more clients because they could relate to him because he's natural, and then it didn't work out like he thought, so he was like, "Yeah, I'll compete again."
Possibly, but that's still a
Because he has
very
the power effect. The power effect is his online coaching.
that's a pretty
business.
gray window, though.
Yeah, but I mean, he could have done it.
True. I mean, you never know.
It could be like-
You never know.
I mean, because we know people who claim natural and sell
Yes, we do.
sell plans and all this, and yeah, it probably would hurt their clientele or their income if they weren't.
And that's understandable. It really is.
Yeah, but
no. I'm saying like for them to do what they're doing. Now I'm not
Yeah.
saying to do it, but I on some level I get it.
yeah, I get it.
But so hopefully
there's one thing of not talking about it and staying away from it, and there's another thing of just claiming straight up front claiming.
Yeah.
natural.
So hopefully, like I said in the video, Dylan is gonna come back better and healthier, and hopefully he does really, really well.
Yeah,
I hope
so
he
too.
does.
Yeah.
But all right. Jump in
On to the
subs.
next one. Segment number 3, Mr.
Patrick
Patrick Moore.
Moore.
Had some
Bro.
big big news with him. Kind of sucks when anything like this happens in the fitness industry, but it happens a lot, actually.
Picked up, dropped.
Yeah, I just thought about this, and it's like I hate to say it, but some people put themselves in this type of situation.
Yeah.
And a lot of times when Patrick Moore isn't newer, but he is he's new to open bodybuilding. So of course he's trying to get the top of the top. So he was I think he might have stepped out on a limb here and taken a risk with this company just to see maybe if they blew up or whatever. But let's read the caption here. It says, "Back to free agency. Definitely the fastest turnaround and overall unusual experience I've ever had with a sponsor. I'll elaborate more on this either on YouTube channel or here on IG, along with possible show plans this year." So basically, he's saying this sponsor, Unlocked Supplements, is what I believe the name of it is.
Yeah.
They only have like 2,500 followers on Instagram. Now, I'm not saying that like the worth of your company is the follower based on your follower base, but
21.
Yeah. So I mean,
But I mean, he's been. I looked through it. He's been on
there,
quite a
like,
few
the
posts
videos,
and doing
yeah.
stuff like that. But
so I mean, it's just it's a basic supplement company. I mean, they have cool labels and stuff, but I mean, kind of like
did he? I don't think he revealed yet, or unless we're late to the game and I haven't seen it.
I don't think he's posted yet.
So we'll definitely keep.
Yeah,
we'll keep an update on that when he posts about it.
But from what
we may post an update to the gram or something like that when he releases. But yeah, this is like a weird one because, like you said, people get dropped or either they leave a company. Or
he hasn't posted yet. He may have done a live, but I don't know.
But this was, like you said, this was like at least from my perspective of seeing like certain people leave like Revive or Nick Walker leaving Raw. It was like, okay, he left Raw, he's going somewhere else. That's fine. But this was even bigger because it was just like
he openly said like why he left is the biggest thing. Usually you don't do that; you just leave.
Yeah, it was just
hey, I'm no longer with them, whatever.
Yeah, but
usually you don't make a post at all about leaving a company.
Yeah, and that's what I'm interested in. Is like, was there like a controversial thing that happened, or was it just super? I would like to see more.
Yeah, just scroll through his comments real quick. Just see if maybe. Bro, why are you even giving these big
your time? You ain't some
NPC noob. It's true though. It's kind of like
it's true. He is an Olympian.
Yeah.
Not very many people get to say that.
No. Look and hug.
Look. Let's get some spell checking these comments. Actually, I can't say anything. I might be the worst speller on the planet. So
I think here's what happened. Like I said, he went out on a limb, and there's nothing wrong at all with like going out on a limb and trying to see if you can help, especially if maybe he knew someone that was in the company or, you know, was a friend of his or something like that. He definitely wouldn't post this, but I don't know, man. It's like,
hopefully something comes out.
yeah.
I mean, he said he would, so we'll definitely keep you updated on that. But like I said, this isn't something you normally post by.
No, this is definitely an off the limb,
Yeah, something had to happen that was like
off the wall thing.
not that maybe they couldn't, and I wouldn't say it was they couldn't give him enough money.
And I wonder what he was talking about turnaround. I don't know exactly what he meant by that.
Like his time with the company.
Yeah, I guess.
Because he wasn't there very, very long, and then boom. So, yeah, Patrick Moore.
Could we set up time to do a podcast? Someone commented that. We need to start.
Should we do that?
We should just need to start leaving comments on every. Yeah.
Come to.
Call me Natty.
But yeah. Oh dang! Yeah, look at this post. Sheesh. Patrick Moore, one of the craziest physiques who can't seem to find his place.
Yep.
Which is sad to say.
Yeah,
honestly,
it's kind of sad, man.
He's kind of like I don't know if I'd go on the same limb, but he's kind of almost like Keone, where he's like Keone is just he was a classic and he's 212. Now he's back into
but Patrick Moore's gonna be an open for sure. He's
yeah.
Yeah.
Or wait, no, Keone's back in 212. Or no,
we don't know yet.
Yeah, I don't know. He's floating around. He just put up his latest.
That's what we're about to go over, Keone.
Oh yeah, sorry about that.
So
I'm jumping way too quick.
Jumping ahead of us. So, Mr. Keone Prodigy, we are moving on to him, and the dude is looking like a thick bubble.
It's not a beef. But
so I mean, the dude has a crazy physique.
Yes.
His shoulder to waist
Look at
ratio
that.
is insane.
God.
He's got one of the best vacuums in the industry.
Yes.
I mean, the thing is, if he could come in shape, I don't know. Like, I don't even know
very many people that would beat him.
No, I don't even know his potential because we've never seen it.
Wow, that's a good statement.
Yeah, I mean, it's like
this is one of those guys, and we even said this earlier. It's like I say this with all the heart in the world, or I'm not even sure how to say it, with all of the
I don't know what word you're looking for.
I don't want.
You mean this in the nicest way possible.
I mean this in the nicest way possible. Yeah. Yes, I do not want Keone to be one of the what could have been guys.
Yeah, man, if he would have just came in shape, like blah blah blah. Yeah,
and I get it. It's like, oh, he's come in shape for this or some or this. It's like no. This guy needs to come in top 3 Olympian shape, and he will destroy.
Absolutely, man. And this is actually this is a guest posing from this past Saturday.
NPC Texas Legends show?
Texas Legends.
Oh, championships, actually.
Yeah. So this is from a guest posing. So this is actually his physique now, and he's looking thick, man. I mean,
yeah, he's looking good.
If he can, the thing is with him is like we don't know what he can be because we haven't seen it, and it's like every single show he always has some sort of excuse. Like I know the last one he's like didn't even get top 10, and he was saying like he had some sort of stomach virus or something like that and gained like 11 pounds in water weight.
Bunch of water weight, yeah.
And then, but like 2 days out, he was looking awesome, and then like, but a day out,
and that could very well be legitimate, and that probably is.
I'm not saying that these are like, I'm not saying excuses as in like
it's always something.
Yeah, I'm just saying like maybe he just has bad luck, you know, like.
Yeah.
He like I don't mean like he always has an excuse. Like I mean like he you know.
This is a guy who's gotten where he's gotten, and I say this.
Oh, I know
in the nicest way
I know
possible.
what you're about to say. Yeah, and it's true.
I say this in the nicest way possible.
Yep.
He has gotten where he's gotten, not because he doesn't work hard or whatever, but his genetics have gotten him to the level he's gotten. And I know somebody may be like, "You're an idiot."
No. Jason,
tell me who's got a better structure than this guy who's been in the 212 I mean, he's going back to classic.
Yeah. We don't know.
Or we don't know.
Yet.
He's kind of individual, but nobody looks like this guy.
No.
I don't care who you talk about.
He's got the craziest genetics, and that's the only reason he's made it as far as he's made it. It's not. I promise you, it's not because of his conditioning. But even Jason, Jason Abair, he even said like he said the same thing. The only reason he's made it is because of his genetics.
Yeah. And he beat him, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he actually beat him. It was in 212, but yeah, I think he actually beat Keone in the show.
And he's like, he's like, dude, he looks insane in person.
Yeah,
but he's like
but he still is not in shape.
He doesn't come in shape.
He's never
and
in shape.
I don't get why. I don't get like. Let me look. Who's his coach?
I have no idea. Nobody.
Himself.
Yeah, he doesn't. No one wants to take credit for him. That's pretty mean.
That was pretty mean. We're going to take that one back.
Sorry, Keone.
But it's true. I mean, it's just he's just one of these guys. He's got all the confidence in the world, but he doesn't bring the finished package.
Yep.
He's got all the muscle bellies. He's got the shape. He's got the structure. He's got this insane vacuum.
Insane, bro.
He's got good-looking legs. His calves are. He's got good. He's got.
He can work on the calves.
He's got great proportions.
Mm-hmm.
His proportions are second to none.
Yeah.
But the man doesn't come in shape.
We got to get some shape, bro. We got to get some conditioning. Get with AJ Sims.
For real.
and
hey, look at this.
There's no telling how far you can make it, bro.
Good Lord, that man's big.
Yeah, he's thick.
And then this is like back in the day.
That's probably the best conditioning he's ever had.
But look at that. I mean, even with that, look at the structure on this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy shape, crazy vacuum. I mean, he's got to be one of the most aesthetically pleasing bodybuilders. Not even like 212 or class.
Just in general.
Bodybuilders anywhere.
Yeah.
Like he's done 212 and classic, and he still has a better flow than pretty much all the guys who go into those divisions.
Yep. Crazy.
And I say that with all due respect, but
you just offended thousands of people.
Chris Bum said, "I still love you very, very much." But it's just, it's just what is it going to take? I mean, conditioning, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's like, what is it going to be for him to finally? It's like kind of the same, like Big Ramy. Big Ramy never came in shape. Nope. He was always missing the mark, and then bam, he finally did it. And then what happened?
Won Olympia.
He won the Olympic twice.
Two times.
Twice. Now, I think his first time he won, he looked way better.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was a little softer on the next one, but he did tighten up.
Yeah,
but
at night show.
Overall,
or the next,
when he came in conditioned, because he's got all the muscle in the world, when he came conditioned, he was ready to go.
Absolutely.
And I think that's what's going to be Keone's deal.
Yep. And it also depends on which division Keone does, too. I don't know what he's thinking. No.
He hasn't said anything, has he?
Because
I know he's wearing... In these updates, he's wearing the
just the bodybuilding.
The bodybuilding, which is like open or 212.
He's definitely not doing open.
No,
I promise you that. But
imagine.
I'll be excited. He'd have to gain.
He'd gain a lot of size on his legs and everything.
I'm excited to see him back on stage, and I want to see him in shape. I'm sure everyone does. I'm sure he wants to see himself in shape.
Yeah.
But man, don't miss the Stairmaster. Make sure you. Do all 45 minutes.
We're saying this
not
to this
not
guy.
39. Yeah. Hey, man.
I mean, hey.
May not be as big as him, but I was in shape.
True. I mean, it's like I said. You can't really get mad if it's like, hey, you're not showing up. You're not showing up.
Yeah.
You look great, but you're not showing up conditioned, and it's like, guess what judges want to see? Yeah. If, like I said before, I think I said in our very first episode, it's like, hey. These pro judges who see these guys all the time, they already expect to see the muscle and the size.
Yeah.
And they've got the structure and the shape.
Yep.
They want to see you conditioned.
Yep.
Like, that's literally it.
It's part of it, man. 10 years ago, you could have gotten away with it.
Yeah.
But,
Especially like,
and even then, you saw crazy conditioning, but.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like Lee Priest.
Insane.
Lee Priest is crazy conditioning he had, but I mean, like even like back in Arnold's day,
it's funny that you say that.
A little bit softer, but still.
It's funny you say that because that's actually one of Rolly's problems. He can't get lean enough.
Yeah, and Rolly's, I think Rolly's 47.
I have no idea how old Rolly is.
I think he's old. I'm pretty sure he's 47.
I'm pretty sure he's the oldest one competing right now.
He's definitely at the end of his career, sadly, because I feel like he was one of those bodybuilders who was like he came in, and when Phil Heath came in, it was just like, like I think that imagine if Phil Heath would have never came into bodybuilding, like where would have how many different winners or who would have taken those spots for those 7 or 8 years of just being dominating and killing everybody. So that's the problem. It's like Rolly, one of the biggest bodybuilders out there, but man, he had to deal with Phil.
Yep. Everybody did at that time.
Yeah, everybody did. But so I think that's going to kill it.
That's all for the day?
That's all for this episode.
All right.
Yes again. Yes again.
Yes again.
Yes again.
Yes again. Make sure you guys.
Yes, be sure to subscribe, like, and throw a comment down below of who you think's got some of the best arms.
Yep.
Or the best arms.
The best arms.
And you will be entered to win this.
We'll announce the winner on the next episode. So if you enter, make sure you watch episode 6 to find out that you won.
Yeah, we'll post about it as well.
Yeah,
just so there's not like
we're gonna be on IG.
We didn't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Keone, bring it, and Dylan, everybody else, Patrick Moore, we'll keep you updated as we go along. But that's gonna do it for this episode of the Call Me Natty podcast.
Yes, thank you for listening.
Hey, and thank you guys again for all the support.
Yes,
we're getting a lot of we're actually getting a lot of followers, and I know it's TikTok, but still, it's a totally different thing. But we're getting a lot of followers, a lot of comments, people interested in showing their interest in what we're doing. So we want to say thank you and
for
we
all
appreciate
the love, guys.
all of you guys. So that's gonna be it for episode 5, and we'll see you on the next one. Stay natty.
Stay natty.